Hey guys, it's Rob Trube coming at you with another video today. Pretty excited about this one. This one's kind of near and dear to my heart. Today we're going to talk about organic growth, and are you really trying to grow your business? So, several clients have actually said, "Oh, well, we're trying to grow. We're doing this. We're doing that." But at the end of the day, they were doing the same old thing and expecting a different result. And we all know that that's the definition of insanity. So look, let's just run through it. And I'm gonna first start out with a definition of what organic growth is. Then I'm gonna go through and show you a little chart for the three different areas that you can focus on for organic growth. Then we're gonna go through four struggles of marketing and strategy when it comes to organic growth. And I'm going to go through each one, and then I'm going to share the playbook that we have. It's Strategy Simple, that you can see. And if you want a copy of that, just let me know. So why is this important, right? So this impacts obviously revenue, right? You're going to grow sales if you can focus on organic growth. It's going to help you reduce costs because you're going to be focusing on the things that are going to grow your business and not the things that aren't. And it's going to save you a lot of time and frustration because, quite frankly, if you're not doing these things, what are you doing, right? So first, I'm going to start out with what is organic growth. And I'm not going to use my definition. I'm actually going to use a definition from Investopedia. And organic growth is growth that a company can achieve by increasing output and enhancing sales, as opposed to inorganic growth from mergers or acquisitions. That's it. Grow your company organically through increasing sales. And again, growth might just be profitability. You may not have to increase revenues. Maybe you just want to increase profits. How are you going to do that? You're going to increase revenues, decrease costs, right? So those are the two different ways that you can do that. And I'm going to actually use that for another video. But as we look at this, right, think about that for just a minute. So what are you doing to organically grow your business? And there's a group called Wall Street Mojo that had a really cool little graphic that I copied. How are you going to do that? You're going to increase sales revenue. You're going to reduce your costs. You're going to improve operational efficiency, right? So those are the things that you can do, some strategies, and we're going to focus on increasing your sales revenue, right? So that's what we do here at Strategy Simple, is we work with our clients to increase their sales, increase revenue. And how do we do that, right? Well, we help you identify your target market and all the other videos that I've done. But there's really four struggles that I think that I want to cover with you guys because they're important. And I think that when you do this, you're going to see, you might see yourself, or you might see some of the frustrations that you're with right now. So let's go ahead and jump over to that. And here we go. 4 common marketing and strategy struggles. Number 1, you don't see any ROI on your marketing spend and you're getting frustrated. A lot of agencies, a lot of businesses that I know are currently spending time and money on marketing. They have no idea if anything's happening because of it. And they just know that they're not growing at the rate that they want. How can you fix that, right? There's a couple different ways that you can fix that. Let me go back to here. You need to really focus on what's working and what's not. You've got to identify your ideal client profile. You have to make sure that you're speaking the language that they understand. Don't use your language, use their language. But the ROI, in most cases, business owners I know are just kind of throwing money at marketing, and they're like, "Yeah, hey, we'll see if any of it sticks." Well, that's great, but you should actually be able to track it, right? So make sure that you know what's your customer acquisition cost, what's your lifetime value of a client. So as you start building that backward, you can actually start to see what the return on investment is going to be for your marketing spend. The next one, and I've already put this up, but doing it yourself is not working. And quite frankly, it's just taking too long. So in a lot of cases, you might, as a business owner, as an agency owner, as a software developer, you might be trying to do it all yourself, trying to figure it out. You're doing it in the middle of the night. You don't know. You don't have time to do all that, right? So, one of the biggest challenges is, we think we can do everything ourselves, right? I'm Superman, but we're not. And in a lot of cases, ask for outside help, right? Ask for internal help. Maybe there's somebody else in your business that you could reach out to and say, "Hey, can you help me do this?" Maybe they've got a creative bent. If not, that's what organizations like mine are for. Is like, we come in, help you build out the strategy. I know a couple of guys that are super successful, and gals that are super successful that do everything themselves, and that's great. But still getting direction, right? Having somebody to say, don't do that, maybe try this, right? Just this morning on LinkedIn, I had a company that I saw that I really like. She's constantly posting great information. I shot her a quick message that just said, hey, try this. You did this, but try this. Sometimes that's all it takes, right? So try that. So you don't have to do everything yourself, right? The next one is, and this one's kind of interesting to me, because you're not making decisions based on data, right? And especially with people of my age group and the the Gen X's and the baby boomers and everything else, we have a tendency to make decisions based on our gut reaction, right? But you want to be more strategic, but you're really trusting instinct, like, oh, I just know that it's right. But oftentimes you just know it's not working. You know that there's got to be a better way. There's so many people that are like, oh, the data. And, we know that we should be looking for trends for those things. We should be looking at the trends in the data and what's happening. And if we spend money here and something over here happens, that's pretty good, pretty good information, right? Again, build out your KPIs, build out your dashboard, and make sure that you're getting that stuff that you really want to have on there. The next one is, yeah, you're not making decisions on your data. So how can you get around that, right? Well, I'm going to show you our playbook, and I'm going to run you through real quick each of the 9 steps so that you can kind of understand it. And this isn't going to take real long. I'm already at 6.5 minutes. So let me jump over to this real fast. This is our organic growth playbook, right? And it's the number one thing is identify your ideal client profile. Next, you're going to identify what's unique about your business. What is it that you do better than anyone else so that they can choose you, right? And that's my whole process of painstorming. How are you going to have a professional offer that's on there, right? I mean, how are you going to package it so that it's unique and interesting? Create an ultimate lead magnet. That can be anything from a checklist, a report, a calculator, a profile sheet, a case study. There's a million different things you can use for lead magnets. Go through and create your automation and your sales enablement. Why? Because most of us just don't follow up. It's that simple, right? Put the automation in place, give your sales team or yourself the tools to make you more successful. That's all that comes down to. The perfect client script, it's, knowing your ideal customer profile and knowing the right questions. That's your script. I'm not talking about a script that you're going to repeat verbatim like you did in drama class or when you had to do that. But it's having the questions in place and having the responses to the typical objections that you get so that it doesn't catch you off guard. Advertising and outreach. What are you going to do to get your message out there? And we're going to talk about advertising here shortly. But then the authority powerhouse. Look, what's the definition of an expert, right? That's the big question. What's the definition of an expert? A definition of an expert is somebody that knows this much more than the person that they're talking to. And I can tell you from just talking to everybody here and my clients and everyone else, you guys are experts, man. You know a lot of information about what you do. And I don't have all that information. So let me build out your authority, or you build out your authority so that you can share that. And then the omnipresence, all that is being around when they're looking for you. How do you do that? You do that with your retention marketing, with your email drip campaigns. You can do it with cookies so that you retarget people. So if they come back and they search for it, that it's there. That's the roadmap right now. I've got a very defined process for this. You need to do it in this order. If you try and do something out of order, you're going to miss steps. But at the end of the day, guys, that's the process, right? So if you want a copy of this, more than happy to share the roadmap with you. And the playbook so you can understand what's there. I'm happy to walk you through it. We can spend 30 minutes on a call and see if there's a way that I can help you get there faster. So that's what I got. This is a really long video today, guys. I apologize. But again, don't just stand by and struggle with what you're going through. Ask for outside help or ask for somebody to help you get through it. That's all I got. Hope this was informative. Great talking to you, and we'll talk to you guys again soon. Thanks.